Today we're going to be making souse or hog head cheese as my mother would call it. And we're making those from the pig feet that we did in a previous video. You need to have pig feet. If you want, you can also use a pig ear or pigtails. But I mostly use pig feet and one neck bone. You're going to cook your pig feet all the way done, and you're going to cook them until they're very, very, very tender. And after they get very tender, you're going to take all the meat on the pig feet off the bone. And we're going to start from there. When I start making my sauce or hog head cheese, I always lay down a piece of aluminum foil. That's for me because every once in a while I find a couple of bones. I need something to put something on. But what we're going to do with this is our pig feet and our neck bone that we have taken all the meat off the bone and some of the juice from the cooking. What I'm doing here, after you wash your hands, make sure your nails are clean. You're just going to go through and make sure that you don't feel any bones. And you should do this once or twice because you'll be surprised. Sometimes there's just a little one. And normally people, if they bite into it, they'll notice a bone. But you don't want that. You really want them to just have a pleasurable experience eating the hog head cheese when you're done with it. So we're going to go through this and make sure there's no bones. And when we're all done, I'm going to show you what I do for seasoning. I have some fresh sage here that I was able to get from my mom a long time ago. Sage lasts forever, it seems like. This is fresh rub, which is really going to give this a very strong taste, and I like this. But in addition to that, now that I have gotten all the bones out of the meat, you'll see it's just kind of slushy looking, which is fine. I am going to add some cayenne pepper, some sea salt, black pepper, red pepper flakes, and a whole lot more sage. And then my girlfriend gave me some soul food seasoning. I done got a little hooked on it. I just sprinkled a little bit of that in there. But what you're going to do is you're going to just sprinkle some of that on, put some sage in. And this is not measurable because everybody has different taste and how they like it. A lot of people like it real spicy. I like it a little spicy because when you get a cracker and some head cheese, ain't nothing like it. But I don't like it where it's taking my breath away. So I just do a little cayenne, very little bit. And do more red pepper because I do like a lot of red pepper in it. So I do quite a bit of red pepper. Put that in there. You gotta have a little salt, a little sea salt, because you're seasoning a little meat that's going to end up, when it gets cold, it's going to look like a brick of cheese. And that's why we call it hog head cheese. And this sage is also fantastic with dressing. But we're going to do that. And then, before we add vinegar, because vinegar is the only other thing we're going to add to it. And by the way, don't throw away the juice from your pig feet or your neck bones because you might need just a little bit of it because you want to have vinegar and a little juice, more vinegar than juice, but you do still need to save a little. After I put in some of my spices, sometimes before, I'll take a potato masher and just mash some of the bigger pieces. When you put this in a loaf pan, you're going to cut it anyway, and you're going to cut slices of it. But I still like to just put it together and mash some of the bigger pieces up. And again, this is maybe 4 pounds of pig feet and only 1 neck bone. But if you're like some people that like a little bit more meat in it, by all means, lean meat in it. Put a little bit more neck bone in it. And you don't have to use neck bones. You can use pork tenderloin, which is extremely tender. I've even seen people use leftover ribs. You know, if you have a little rib, all you want is a little lean pork in there. If you prefer not to use the lean, of course, just use the pig feet. After we do this, we're going to start adding our vinegar. Now, vinegar is by taste. I'm going to start off with about a half a cup. Sounds like a lot, it's not a lot. Because don't forget, pig beets, for whatever reason, the juice from it turns to jelly. It's like a more gelatin feel to it. So it is going to come back to solid at some point. And what you can do is just take a little spoon. I'll grab one here right quick and just taste it. You don't have to eat it, just taste it. See what it tastes like for you. For me, it needs more salt, it needs more vinegar. So I'm going to add that. A little bit more vinegar and definitely a little bit more salt. I don't see as many red pepper flakes as I'd like, so I'm going to add some more of those too. And again, you're going to season it to your preference. And this is what you're going to use. I like to see a little powdered pepper in every slice I have. And I like to taste a little hot. So this is ready to go to the refrigerator. It only takes maybe an hour for it to chill. And when it chills, you can slice it. If for any reason it doesn't have enough seasoning in it for you, by all means, let it come back down to room temperature. You might have to microwave it for a minute. Only this time, this is the only time you can microwave it, is when you're getting ready to add more seasoning. After it has formed into your cheese, you cannot microwave that because you're going to melt it down. So for now, we're just going to let it get chilled and see how we like it. Okay? After your Souse or hardhead cheese has chilled, it'll solidify like this, and you can cut it any way you want to. I usually cut it into cracker-sized pieces. I like it like that. And of course, you can eat it with anything you want. I kind of like to have a little deviled egg with mine. And it can be as hot as you want, as spicy as you want, have as much sage as you want. It's yours. So make it whatever you want it to be. And remember, the sun is always shining, rain is always wet, and God is always right by your side. Have a good day.